Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm great.
You're great.
Yes. You knew too, huh?
Knew what?
The Deacon was gonna ask me for a divorce.
Mom told me.
Wow. Good news sure travels fast, huh?
Budge, we were worried about you.
Well, you can stop worrying.
He chickened out, didn't he?
Rick, he didn't chicken out. He asked me for the divorce. I said no.
Bridget?
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Why can't you just let him go?
I don't want to let him go, Rick. I love him.
You don't even know who he is. My God, he's been lying to you since the day he met you. You know, he's been chasing after Amber.
He told me. There is nothing you can tell me about Deacon that I don't already know.
I don't understand. I thought we were on the same page.
We still are. Look, we want the same thing, Brooke.
Deacon, I want you out of my daughter's life.
Yeah, but that's because you don't think that I can make her happy. I can't. I do, Brooke.
Sex is not enough.
What?
You went up to Big Bear, you had sex, and it was great, and now you're not leaving her.
Brooke, that's not what this is about.
Well, what else do you two have in common?
I'm staying with your daughter because I happen to love her. Hey, look, I can get sex anywhere I want. Hell, I can get it right here.
Your parents went to see my parents?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you stop them?
Look, my parents had to meet your parents sooner or later, right?
Yeah, but not like this.
Like what?
Unsupervised.
Kristen, what exactly worries you about this?
Everything about this worries me. It's only gonna make things worse.
For you and Tony?
No, for Eduardo and Liliana.
My parents.
They have been through so much. They just found out that their son has HIV. And now dealing with people who are rejecting him because of it? How much can two people take?
You know, it's funny that you're so worried about them.
Why?
Well, because they're worried about you. That's the whole reason they're doing this. Because they feel bad about what you're going through.
God, that's so sweet. But I don't think they realize what they're getting into. You know, my father is very used to getting his own way. He doesn't like to be questioned or pressured.
My father's the same way.
Oh, this could be a disaster.
How is Tony doing?
Very well, thank you. Better than his parents.
I can't even begin to imagine how difficult this must be for the both of you.
It's very hard. Tony was always the one we never had to worry about. Always making us proud.
But you know, you should still be very proud of him. He's handled this whole situation with such grace.
We are very proud of Antonio, Mrs. Forrester. It's other people who will look at him differently now. People like you and your husband.
Look, we feel for Tony. We really do. Anything we can do for him, we will. But,
We're not here to complain about your treatment of our son. We want to talk to you about your treatment of your daughter.
our relationship with our daughter has nothing to do with you.
She's going to be my daughter now, too.
Normally, we would never get involved, but Kristen is such a very special young woman, and we love her so much already that we would hate to think that she might lose her family.
No, we're not going to do anything that will alienate our daughter.
What else do you think you're doing?
Are you trying to say that you don't understand what I'm feeling? I mean, you should know better than anybody. What would you give Eduardo, if you could turn back the clock, if you could stop Tony from dating this girl who gave him HIV, and if you couldn't, if he kept seeing her and then he decided to marry her, what would you do then? How would you feel? I'll tell you how you would feel. You'd be living your life in fear, terrified of the day that he comes to you and says, Daddy, I'm very, very sick.
We wouldn't wish that on anyone. But you can trust Tony.
No, that's too much to ask. Just trust Tony. My daughter's life is at stake.
The only reason Deacon took you to Big Bear was so he could put his spin on things.
He didn't spin anything, Rick. He was very open.
He told you that he's been chasing after Amber behind your back for months?
Yes.
And you still took him back?
We can make this work.
You'd have to have trust for that.
I do trust him.
Then you're a fool.
Oh, thanks, Rick. That's really sweet.
Deacon has never been honest with you since the day you met him. Yeah, so what? Amber's out of the picture now. How long until he finds somebody else?
You're gonna hear this from Mom anyway. He already has.
What?
There's already been someone else. But look, it's over now, and it didn't even mean anything, so just don't even start with me, okay?
Deacon slept with somebody else?
Yes.
And it wasn't Amber?
No.
You're sure?
Yes, Rick, I'm sure. This was after Amber. It was just an anonymous one-night stand kind of a thing.
And you're staying with him?
I don't expect you to understand.
Well, good, because you know what? I don't. I mean, my God, Bridget, what he's gotten into you? Why are you putting up with this?
It wasn't his fault.
Whose fault was it then?
Mom's. No, like when she got that girl to hit on you to break up you and Amber.
Mom got somebody to hit on Deacon?
Well, I don't know that for sure, but I do know that she's been working on him, telling him that he doesn't deserve me.
He doesn't.
Why do I even try?
Look, Bridget, I'm sorry, okay? I can't stand to see you like this. You're making excuses for this loser.
He is not a loser. But you make him feel like he is. You and Mom. You know, that's why he did this. Because he felt like he'd never be good enough, and so he just gave up. And yeah, that was Mom's fault. Look, it's better now. He knows how much I love him, and he knows we can make this work. And Mom will never, ever be able to get to him again.
I shouldn't have said that.
You're damn right.
Brooke, take it easy, all right? Come on.
Are you getting divorced?
No, I'm not.
Well, then I'm not going to take it easy. I thought we had an understanding.
Yeah, I thought we had an understanding, too. I thought you understood me.
Apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not.
It was all an act, wasn't it?
Brooke, is that what you think?
I don't know what to think. You told me that you were leaving, Bridget, and then you had sex with me, and now I can't even tell my daughter how horrible this marriage really is without losing her myself. Is that what you had planned, Deacon?
You think I planned this? I didn't plan this. I didn't set out to seduce you. That's ridiculous. Look, it happened. What happened? It just happened, all right? Nobody planned this. And nobody's proud of it.
Don't you see how impossible this is?
Look, this isn't impossible. It's complicated. And it's awkward. But we can work through this, all right?
Oh, you think so, huh?
I don't see that you and I have much choice. Brooke, listen to me. Come on. Look, in a couple months, in a couple years, we probably won't even remember this.
Oh, we'll remember.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
No, that's not what I meant. I won't be able to forget this because it's the most disgusting thing that I've ever done.
I see.
Oh, don't act like your feelings are hurt.
Oh, hey, Brooke, I don't think feelings had a hell of a lot to do with this equation, do you?
Yes, they did, Deacon. We're people. We're not robots. And you're wrong when you said that it just happened. It didn't just happen. We were drawn to each other. We both needed that validation and that comfort. It was a mistake, Deacon. We knew that then. But it wasn't sordid and ugly until now.
My staying with Bridget does not change what you and I did.
The hell it doesn't!
Well, it shouldn't. Not in my mind or yours. Brooke, give yourself a break. You sleeping with me was not a betrayal to Bridget.
She wouldn't see it that way.
She's never gonna find out about it. Look, if you have some idea that I'm gonna hold this over your head or something, you're way off base here. You are my wife's mother, and she loves you, and she needs you. And as for me, I sure as hell ain't never gonna say anything.
Deacon, you already told her you were with another woman. What if she starts digging?
I told her what she needed to know, Brooke. I said that it was a mistake. And I said I was sorry. And I said that it'll never happen again.
You say that so easily. Almost as if you believe it.
If I thought for 1 second that there was any chance of you and I having a future together.
What are you saying? That if there was a future, you would leave Bridget? No, Deacon, don't. You and me together. That's sick.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow I thought that's what you'd say.
Of course, I have no doubt that you will have an affair, but not with me.
Not with anyone.
Who are you trying to kid? You have a very passionate nature.
You'd know, wouldn't you, Brooke?
Yes, I would. I also know you're not very good at resisting temptation.
Well, looky who's talking.
Well, I'm not married. Have you ever been faithful to any woman?
No, you're not doing this to me again. You are not going to undermine my confidence.
Oh, it's not about confidence, Deacon. It's wishful thinking if you think you can be with one woman. Not even a woman, a child.
She's not a child, Brooke.
She is. She's very young and very inexperienced. Not to mention she doesn't have much time. What happens one day when she's not available to you?
I guess I'll just have to play a lot of solitaire.
What about when temptation strikes? You're a very attractive man. And there's women wherever you go, at the lair, at the beach, Forrester. Can you resist it?
Do you have any idea how insulting that is to me?
All I know is that you're not answering my question.
Yes. I can resist.
I don't believe you. What if I told you I was available to you? Would you leave Bridget?
Hello? Hola, papi. Well, how did it go? Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Thank you for trying. Ciao.
I didn't get anywhere with my father.
No. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm coming in between you and your family. I didn't want to do that.
No, it's not you. No, it's not even my father. It's the disease.
That's true right now. The disease is coming between you, but in time, you may see it bring you closer together.
I don't see how.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Crisis has a way of rearranging priorities. We get away from the small talk, speak from the heart.
Well, Eric's speaking from the heart. It's just it's full of fear.
And I have tried to take away that fear.
It's too big of a job for you. And it was too big of a job for Tony's parents. But there is someone else. Someone with the power to touch your father's heart more than any of us.
So you think we should pray for God to take away his fear?
Yea, Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Isn't that what you want for your father?
He's just toying with you, Budge.
He's not. He wants this marriage just as much as I do. More. I guess I'm just gonna have to prove it to you. I'm not mad at you, though.
You're not mad at me?
Yeah, I mean, I remember what a hard time I gave you about getting back together with Amber. And I was wrong, wasn't I? Rick?
You know what, Budge? I really wish I had listened to you back then.
Huh? What, are you guys having problems?
I really don't want to talk about it. Just trust me. You should not use Amber and me as role models.
Well, maybe you could be using us. You could try a little forgiveness, Rick. It actually feels pretty good.
Yeah. Until next time. And trust me, Bridget, with people like Amber and Deacon, there is always a next time.
I don't believe that. I think that people can learn and grow. I mean, Amber's changed a lot, right? And so is Deacon.
I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
Well, you will. Deacon loves me, Rick. And he's not gonna let me down. Not ever again.
You're testing me, aren't you?
Maybe I'm not.
You know, Brooke, I don't think I'm gonna buy it this time. So you just save the seduction routine for somebody else.
How dare you? Whether or not you leave Bridget, you will never touch me again.
You see, now that might be the problem right there.
What?
Let's look at this. I've been experiencing a lot of rejection lately. It's kind of different for you, isn't it? I mean, you're not really used to men turning you down.
Well, you aren't turning me down, Deacon. I don't want you.
Maybe. But Bridget sure does.
She is young and she's confused.
No, she's not confused. She loves me, Brooke. Maybe you can't get your hands around that, but she has stuck her neck out for me. And that is something that she would do again and again. And you know why? Because she's just like her mother. She would do anything for love. And she learned that from you. If you could just stop fighting us for 1 second. You know what you're doing? You are pushing yourself further and further away from your daughter. If you could just take some of that energy that you have pointed towards us, and if you could just try to help us. Just help us, like Stephanie helps Amber and Rick.
Amber is ruining my son's life.
Amber's doing the best that she can, Brooke. I'm doing the best that I can.
Well, that's not good enough.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's good enough for Bridget. God, you don't give anyone a break, do you?
Certainly not when they're hurting my children.
You know, I'm starting to see why Stephanie can't forgive you.
I am not Stephanie, and Bridget is not me, and you definitely are not Ridge.
Ridge, right? The glorious Ridge. No one can live up to him in your mind, can they? You know something? I feel bad for you. I mean it, Brooke, I really do. For any man that has ever even tried to care for you. But you listen to me. Nothing you say, nothing you do is gonna make me leave my wife. Do you understand me? Good.
Deacon, wait, I'm not finished with you. Deacon! Damn it! Oh, Bridget, what have I done? I slept with your husband.